Not our first 2023 Chevrolet Colorado, but definitely I'm a sucker for this Glacier Blue, and I'm glad they introduced it again on this version of the Colorado. Let me show you what a Z71 comes about. So every version has a different look. So the Z71, you kind of get a little bit more of that body colored bumper. They put this little accent in through here. Obviously Z71 being off-road, so you have to naturally get red tow hooks. And then they just kind of flare this grill out a little bit. Difference in here, you got LED headlamps as well as your daytime running lamps. That's specific when you move to the higher trims like LT and this Z71. Those are the standard 18-inch aluminum wheels that will come in through there, and that's a Goodyear Wrangler territory. Crew cab, you've heard, that's what you're gonna get. Z71 stickers go on the back, and then around the outside, obviously you get your Chevrolet that's embossed. This one's been upfitted with the safety package, and that's why you get your backup sensors. And we've also have the spray-in bed liner. This one also has the tailgate storage, so you just kind of open this right through here. This one comes out here, and then you're able just to lift it up here, and you have your little storage. Everybody's talking about this little drain plug that will come in. That's for a divider. And then there's also little things you can use to separate this, or close it all down. That's where you keep whatever you want, you know. And you get your measuring stick that comes across 48 inches labeled. Now I'm sure you've heard already, but what they did was eliminate the V6, and now you get a 2.7 liter turbo across the board. Doesn't matter if it's a Colorado WT or all the way up to a ZR2. Right here with the Z71, it's been packaged with the Turbo Plus motor, and what that does is give you again, the 2.7 liter turbo 4-cylinder with 310 horsepower and 391 pound-feet of torque. Just a little different from a standard 430 pound-feet of torque that you get in a GMC Canyon. Very respectable numbers coming out of this 2.7 liter 4-cylinder turbo, and paired up with an 8-speed automatic, you still get 7,700 pounds of towing capacity, which is a lot more than the 7,000 pounds that we used to get out of the V6 from the last generation. Now on the inside, we've upfitted it with two things: Z71 convenience package 2 and 3. 3 gives you the leather treatment, and very similar. This would look great on an RS, on anything else in a Chevrolet, where you get this little red detail that comes in through here, some red contrast stitching, kind of follows all the way around. You can see it starts from your door and then up onto your dashboard. You get little extra red stitching onto your steering wheel, plus over here on your gear selector. So a lot of these things that we've seen on other RSs is what you're going to get with the Z71. With the leather treatment that comes in, you also get a few of the extra creature comforts on this package. You're going to get your heated seats and cooled seats, so you just kind of push your buttons up through here. And now while we're taking a peek at it, the infotainment package has obviously gotten a lot larger for this generation. You get your Google built in, running on 11 inches diagonally, where you get your start menu over here. And then one thing that's new that we've noticed is you have your little vehicle settings. This used to be controlled into your driver information center that would roll in through here. Now you have icons right in your information center. Things like, used to be hard buttons, automatic high beams, hill descent control, park assist, etc. But you also have other aspects of our park vehicle setting: lights. Lights being this little icon right here. No more do we have an actual physical hard button on this side. It's just run through software. So you push this button, and as you can see, your headlights are on or off, or auto. It's a General Motors product. You're going to put on auto. You're going to set and forget. But if you did want your fog lamps on, you would just kind of push that button right in through here. Now, that being said, just to go in through a few more of the details, this is a wireless charging that will come in through here. Here's your drive mode select. So again, we used to have gauges over on this area on the previous generation of trucks. Now it's a push button. So you can see right now, follow me along, 2-wheel drive. So if I wanted to go into auto, you push this button and it makes a switch. If I wanted to go into 4 high or 4 low, push the button, it'll do that. 4 low, it's gonna ask you to put the truck into neutral. You've known that if you have a truck before. So let's put it back in the 2-wheel drive. Now, this outer ring is a drive mode selector also. So you look up on this screen, if I take this and I turn it to the right, and all of a sudden now we go into off-road. Turn it to the right again, tow haul mode, turn it to the right again, terrain mode, a little bit more sensitive on your all-wheel drive, and then normal, and then again back to off-road as you're following the wheel. So again, different graphics that will show up with your drive mode select, which turns out to be really cool. Push button start, that's a welcome addition to a modern pickup truck for sure. So part of this convenience package 3 gives you a little bit more of the 360-degree camera angle. So you can see over here on your left, that's where you get your surround vision. Right now we're looking out the front of the truck, and if I push this button here, now all of a sudden it's going to look out the rear of the truck for your rear view camera. And then you also, now if I put it in reverse, I get a few more functions that are available. One, if I'm able to look at my wheels, so those are your front wheels because it's parked up to the front. And then if you push the back, now I can see the rear tires, which is really neat if you've ever used these before. As you turn your wheel, you can see how close you would be to a curb, to an object, whatever it would be. Just gives you that little extra view. So I just want to show off a couple of things as well. We talked about the red stitching, but you can see in through, you probably can't see it, but if you feel it, this is a textured material. It's not a plastic. It's almost like a wrapped cloth of some sort, a canvasy kind of feel, but it just gives it a little different where you do have your, your rubberized top and then some contrast stitching. Again, you get a little piano black accent that will come in through here, and it just kind of fits really nice. Again, attention to detail, you get a little bit more decorative around. And again, this is a textured ring on the inside, and we've seen these before. These are popular. These are on my 2018 Sonic, but they're still using them as of today. And again, the leather treatment just comes around more. But if I show you on the back, they didn't really skimp out just because it's the back seat passengers. Again, you get your red contrast stitching. Leather comes all the way around the back. Seat, you get map books if you ever use those on both. You get your rear heat ducts and cooling ducts as well. And this one's been wrapped, but you can see just through the plastic, you get a little bit more of that red contrast that will come in. They didn't skimp out just on the back seat. And then these are movable, and in through here there's a cup holder as well. So also I've taken all the plastic off just to kind of give you a quick show, but as you can see, there is some favorable legroom. It's not generous like a full-size truck, and not trying to mistake it to be a full-size truck. You definitely get more room than if you had something like this GMC Sierra with a double cab. You definitely have more room in the back of a crew cab Colorado than you would in a double cab full-size truck. So every single trim level, whether it's a Z71 like this, or go down to a WT, or step up into a Colorado Trail Boss, and who knows, we'll have to wait to see what a ZR2 comes about. But I believe there's a different flavor for every single truck buyer. And the more I look at it, the more I'm convinced Chevrolet and General Motors really have something on their hands for everybody who wants a truck but may not need a full-size truck. Definitely do yourself a favor. Check out one of these Chevrolet Colorados. There you have it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, please subscribe to my YouTube channel where you get more reviews, more talks, and my thoughts on the automotive industry.